Hello again, everyone. In this video, we're going to keep building on the blues, and this time we're going to play what's called an arpeggio. If you remember from the previous two videos, we had shape 1, which used the second finger or the third finger on the 3rd fret, and the index finger on the 2nd fret. And then we had shape 2, which used the pinky finger on the 5th fret, and then the index finger on the 3rd fret. And I'm using the two adjacent strings, in this case the 5th string and the 6th string. So shape 2, pinky on the 5th fret, 5th string, index finger was on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then shape 1, we had index finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then middle finger on the 3rd fret. Or you were using the ring. Hopefully you were doing both. It's good to practice all these different shapes. Anyway, now let's remember we're playing a G. And what we were doing when we do those two shapes is we're outlining the 3 notes in a G chord. G, B, and D. So a chord is basically just skipping one letter and finding the next one. So G skipped A and then played B. Okay, cool. And then we skipped C, and now we're playing D. Now we can play these notes in succession, and we get what's called an arpeggio. D, B, G, B, D. Try playing that. So we're starting on the 3rd note of that chord, which is ironically known as the 5th, but it makes sense if you think about G, A, B, C, D. So we're starting on the 5th, and then go to the 3rd, because it's G, A, B, and then go to the root, which is where you start, G. Now, why am I starting with pinky? Well, same reason why I started with pinky in the shape 2 blues, because that helps our arm orient in a mechanically advantaged way. So let's do it again. We've got D, B, G, B, D. Cool. Now, if you remember sliding in the shape 2 video, what finger did we move first? We moved the pinky. So let's slide up to a D chord. What fret was that? 12. That's right. D is on the 10th fret, but our pinky is 2 frets towards the sound hole. So here we go. There it is. Now let's do that same arpeggio up here. There's the D. Now the 3 notes in this chord are D, F sharp, and A. We'll go into more depth as to why that is when we cover key and chords in a separate video. But trust me, this D chord is D major, and it's D, F sharp, and A. D skipping E, F sharp skipping G, and then A. So you have D, F sharp, and A. So starting on A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A. Cool. What was the 4 chord for this? Okay, it was C, but that's normally, we find that on the 8th fret, but I'm going to move my pinky to the 10th. The 3 notes in the C chord are C, skipping D, E, skipping F, G. So let's start on the G, which is the 5th. So we have G, E, C, E, G. Let's do the same thing for the D chord again. A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A. How about C again? Okay, pinky goes to 10th fret, G, E, C, E, G. These are the individual notes to the chords. So you notice there's a difference between a chord, which is a group of notes, and the individual notes, which are just the single notes. Okay, let's go to the G chord. Well, that means our pinky will go to the 5th fret, and we'll go D, B, G, B, D. Now, let's play the blues using this arpeggio. So, the first arpeggio, this time we'll start with the root note, which is G. So it'll go G, B, D, B. That's one measure. So all we have to do to play the blues is repeat that 4 times. So let's try it. we've got G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B. So that's the first 4 bars of the blues, the first 4 measures. Now we need to play the next 4. So that means we've got to go to the 4 chord. So our middle finger will go up to C, and we'll play C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E. Now we got to go back to 1, which is G, so our middle finger comes down to G. B, D, B, G, B, D, B. Now we got to play the 5 chord, which is in the D chord. So we have D with our middle finger, F sharp, A, F sharp. Now we got to play a C chord, which means C with the middle finger, E, G, E, back to 1, which is G, the G chord in this case. So we have G, B, D, B, all the way back up to D, D, F sharp, A, F sharp, back to G. Cool, let's do this one time all the way through. G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B, G, B, D. To the C chord, C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, back to G, G, B, D, B, G, B, D. To the D chord, D, F sharp, A, F sharp, to C, E, G, E, to G chord. Back to the D chord. Now, that works. But if you remember from all the fret review, we could also play C up here. Much less sliding. So we could play C, and it's the same form. And then that means D is just 2 frets to the towards our guitar. Okay, so let's try it. But I want to abbreviate one thing. You notice when we say D, F sharp, A, it's creating 2 different syllables. So let's now say F sharp as fees. It's kind of funny, but it's easier to say. So fees. So D, fees, A, fees. That's how we'll say D. You could even do the same thing up here. D, fees, A, fees, where fees is F sharp. Okay, so let's try the blues arpeggio up here. We have G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B, G, B, D, to C, C, E, G, E, C, E, G, back to G, G, B, D, B, G, B, D, to D, D, fees, A, fees, to C, E, G, E, to G, E, B, D, B, D, fees, A, fees, G. Yeah, it can get a little dizzying saying the letters, but do it. Get it down until you know exactly what the letters are. And then as you speed up, you can kind of let go of it. But at the beginning, definitely say the letters. It'll help you keep track. And remember, there's a difference between the chord name, G, and the individual G note. The G chord is 3 different notes, G, B, and D. Just like a C chord is also 3 different notes, C, E, and G. And a D chord is also 3 different notes, D, fees, which is F sharp, and A. Alrighty, have fun with that, and then check out the video on how to play Good Golly Miss Molly by Little Richard. That's right, the blues isn't a song, it's thousands. Okay, till later.